Hello, welcome to our next Mr. Putter and Tabby book, Mr. Putter and Tabby Pick the Pears, still written by Cynthia Ryland and illustrated by Arthur Howard. Let's go ahead and find out about Mr. Putter and Tabby and their pears. Picking pears. Have any of you ever been pear picking? That is one I have not done. I've done apple picking and I've done peach picking from trees. I haven't done pear picking. Let's take a look at our chapters. This book happens to have 4 chapters in it. Pear jelly, cranky legs, zing, and juicy days. We're actually going to read 2 chapters today and 2 chapters tomorrow. Look at our Tabby down there, rolling around in the leaves. Wondering what season this might be taking place in. If Tabby's rolling around in leaves, you can make a prediction using your background knowledge, and then we're getting ready to find out. Chapter 1 is called Pear Jelly. Look at all those beautiful trees. I love it. Oh, who do you see in the background here? Yeah, Mrs. T-Berry and Zeke, his neighbor. There they are. It was fall. Is that the season you predicted? Did you get it right? With all those leaves coming down? I'll start again. It was fall, and juicy things were growing in Mr. Putter's backyard. Juicy apples, juicy tomatoes, juicy pears. Oh, I do see. It looks like apples on that tree. And tomatoes here. And pears here. Mr. Putter walked with his fine cat Tabby among the juicy things, and he dreamed. Oh, let's look at his dreaming thought bubbles there. All of his dreaming thought bubbles look to be about food or drink, don't they? He dreamed of apple pie and apple turnovers. He dreamed of hot apple cider with a cinnamon stick and stuffed red tomatoes. But most of all, he dreamed of pear jelly. I'm going to stop right there. Have you had pear jelly before? I have not. I have never tasted pear jelly. This makes me want to taste it. Mr. Putter loved pear jelly. He had loved it since he was a boy. Fall was his favorite season because of pear jelly. And now it is time. Tabby, said Mr. Putter, it is time to pick the pears. Tabby loved it when Mr. Putter said it was time to do something. She was old, but she still liked excitement. She followed Mr. Putter into the garage where he found a ladder for pear picking. Then they went to the backyard where all the excitement was. And that's going to lead us into chapter 2, called Cranky Legs. I've heard of people saying they're cranky, but I don't know that I've heard of cranky legs before. Let's read a little bit more and see if we can figure out what that means. Mr. Putter had a problem. It was a ladder problem. Mr. Putter set his ladder against the pear tree, but he couldn't get up the ladder. Last year he got up the ladder, but this year he had cranky legs. Cranky legs, cranky knees, and cranky feet. So the words are telling me that he can't get up the ladder. Even though he did it last year, he can't do it this year, and his legs, his knees, and his feet are all cranky. What do you think that means? Cranky. Can you think of a synonym that might go with it? Oh, I thought of one too. What about achy? Oh, because I think I'm using my background knowledge. When there's a cranky baby, they're really upset and they're fussy. And so when I think about how can legs and knees and feet be really upset and fussy, they could be achy and painful. And I'm also using my background knowledge, and I know Mr. Putter's getting older. He's told us those things, like his hair is thinning and he's old, and he's told us that um, he's going a little deaf. So I know that when people get older, they get achy. Oh, maybe his knees and his legs and his feet hurt too much to climb the ladder. They're cranky. He stepped onto the ladder and his legs were so cranky he had to get right off again. One trouble with being old, said Mr. Putter, is being cranky. Tabby knew what he meant. She had a cranky tail. Some days it was so cranky it wouldn't swish. It just stuck up in the air like a stick. Cranky legs and cranky tails are no fun when you're old, especially if you want pear jelly. So I definitely know one thing about cranky legs and cranky tails. They don't work right. They don't do what they're supposed to do. Mr. Putter looked at the pears still in his tree, and he thought. He thought and thought and thought. Tabby curled up herself and waited. She liked excitement, but she could wait for it. What did she end up doing? Taking a little nap, huh? Fantastic. That's the end of chapter 1 and chapter 2. So what I want you to work on today on your questions that I posted for chapter 1 and chapter 2 are this. I want you to tell me what Mr. Putter loves about the season of fall. What does he love about fall? And then I want you to tell me, what is Mr. Putter's problem in these chapters? He's having a problem and he's going to have to solve it. What is the problem? And the next thing I want you to do is explain to me what it means when he says he has cranky legs. What does it mean to you when he has cranky legs and cranky feet and cranky knees and Tabby has a cranky tail? What does that mean to you? Thanks for working so hard. We'll finish tomorrow. Bye-bye.